Today, we are going to do an experiment where we extract DNA from different types of fruit. That's why I've got my trusty goggles on. Now you can do this at home too. The goggles are more of a precaution because as you'll see, we're using materials that you can probably find in your kitchen. So what are you gonna need? Here's your list of materials. So first you're going to need strawberries, bananas, or some other kind of fruit. Strawberries is my favorite. You'll need dish soap, salt, meat tenderizer, water, and ice cold isopropyl alcohol. Ice cold, like put it in the freezer 24 hours before. Then you'll need a Ziploc plastic bag, a fine mesh strainer, some clear plastic cups, and a wooden popsicle stick or coffee stirrer. So once you've got your bananas and strawberries, you're gonna wanna put them in a plastic bag. So all you're gonna do is mash it all up. Mash it up as much as you can, like this. That looks pretty mushy. And the same with our strawberry. Mush, 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 mush. Mash it all up really, really good. And now what we wanna do is we wanna really break open the cells. Because if you remember, DNA is inside the cells, so they're surrounded by the cell membrane, and then they're also inside the nuclear membrane. So one of the things we're gonna do first is just add a little bit of water. So this is just plain old water from the tap. And you're gonna add about half a cup. I'm gonna guess, because I've done this before. But you don't want too much, because then it gets really hard to concentrate the DNA after. We're going to add a drop of soap, dish soap. Not much, we just need a little bit, like that. Because what that is going to do is soap actually breaks apart membranes. And so we want this soap to help break open the membranes of the cells that make up the fruit. So I'm mushing that up really, really well. Now we can also add a little pinch of salt to our water detergent mixture with our mushed up fruit. That'll just help stabilize a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little pinch. I'm gonna really work that in. So now you can see that it's a pretty liquidy mixture, both of them. And what we're gonna do now is strain out all of the big parts that we don't want anymore. I have a cup, and I have a fine mesh strainer, you can see, and this will just trap all of the really big stuff. You don't need a whole lot of liquid, and you don't wanna push this through too much, because then you'll end up with a lot of the pulp coming through, and the pulp, remember, doesn't have what we want in it. We only want the inside of the cell that has the DNA in it. So there is our strawberry liquid. And here's the liquid we have gotten from our banana. We didn't get quite as much from the banana as the strawberry, but that's okay. Now we're going to add just a pinch of meat tenderizer. Now, if you don't have meat tenderizer, it's okay. It's not really the end of the world. You just need a teeny tiny little bit. Meat tenderizer has enzymes in it that dissolve proteins, and we want a teeny little bit of that. If you don't have meat tenderizer, but you have pineapple juice, you could use a drop of pineapple juice. That works really well too. So what we're gonna do is take our isopropyl alcohol or our rubbing alcohol, and it's gotta be ice cold for this to work. So we're gonna pour this at an angle so that it layers on top of the strawberry mixture. You can see that. Now what you'll start to see at the interface is some clouds. And those cloudy things are the strands of DNA coming out of the solution. So the alcohol is removing the shell of hydration that is around the DNA, and it's a little bit more complicated chemistry than you need to be aware of. we do is we take a clean popsicle stick and we're going to stir it. See if we can pull out. See that little stringy bit there? It looks a little bit like snot. That's DNA. And we can see more of it. Check out those little stringy bits in here. Look at that. Those, there we go, look at that. Strawberry DNA, folks. That is what makes a strawberry. And you've got that inside your cells too. And you can see with the banana, it's a little bit harder to get the full strings. Look at that. I like the strawberry better than the banana just because you can actually see the white against the pink. The banana is a lot harder to see.